Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 205 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. This year we're doing one thing every day to be a better version of ourselves. And today, of course, we're talking about mental health and well-being. So we're focusing on this whole month. And our topic is to select and pick one area of mental health and well-being that we want to improve. A goal area, I say, for mental health or well-being that we're going to apply the IDEANCE process to over the next, I don't have it here, of course, handy. I'll have it by tomorrow. We're going to apply our IDEANCE process to it, and it only takes 7 days to set up the framework that will help us achieve the goal that we want for mental health and well-being by the end of the year. I always say each month as we focus on a different area, at the end we're going to pick a goal, apply the process we came up with in January each month, so we practice it at least 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 times during the year, so we can make that process our own. And we'll all tweak it a little bit in order to have it work best for us. So how do we come up with the area of mental health and well-being that we even want to work on? I'm going to suggest a 4-step process for doing that. Otherwise, you can just say, okay, this is the area I already know I want to work on. I already know I want to work on negative self-talk. I already know I want to work on stress management. I already know I want to work on self-confidence. I already know I want to work on mindfulness, emotional regulation, being more in control of our emotions. Some of us need that a little more than others. Focus and productivity. Maybe those are areas that we know we can use our mind to improve. Self-compassion. Almost all of us need to be nicer to ourselves and get rid of that negative self-talk. So what's the process I'm going to recommend? Today I'm going to recommend, number 1, that we reflect. Think about what's going on in your life right now and examine and decide if there's an area that stands out. What area is causing you most frustration or most challenges? That's a great area to set a goal in, because if you knock that number 1 thing out, it makes all the other dominoes fall in place, and it makes your life so much easier. Prioritize which area, if improved, will create the most positive impact. I love to do that in your life. What is the one thing? I know that if I fix my negative self-talk or be more present and mindful, have more positive thinking, and we've talked about all these things this year, all of those things are going to have a huge positive impact on how I see the world, how I view the world, how I make decisions and choices, how I show up in the world, what I'll even allow myself to see. Third, we're going to visualize. We're going to visualize what life looks like when this area of our life is improved. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Again, apply all your senses when you're visualizing, because it makes the visualization that much more powerful and real. And it more quickly and easily creates those neural pathways that convince us that we've experienced or are experiencing it already, which causes the universe to fill and get us from where we are to where we want to be so much faster. And then finally, ask yourself and test for feasibility. Is this the thing I want to run through the IDEANCE process with? Either because it will help me get familiar with the process and I can easily visualize and see and understand each of the steps of the process, or because it's the number 1 area or goal area for you in the mental health and well-being category that you want to see a positive change in by the end of this year. So, what are some examples? I think I've already covered them. Stress management, positive thinking, self-confidence, mindfulness, emotional regulation, focus and productivity, self-compassion. Some of those I need help on and want to improve. Some I think I'm okay. I'm doing just fine on. Focus and productivity doesn't seem to be a problem for me. Consistency we could add. Doing what you say you will. Being true and having integrity with yourself first, and then with the rest of the planet. So what are we going to do today? We are going to make a decision based on which area of the mind, mental health and mental well-being, which area of that we want to focus on to apply the IDEANCE process over the next 7 days. I guarantee that in 7 days, you will see improvement in this area. And if you put into place and do the things and follow the process for the rest of the year, I also can guarantee that you'll see massive improvement and achieve the goal that you set for yourself. All right. Any questions? What do? You, of course, ask me. Just hit me up, DM me, Google and find me, phone home. You can phone me, but I probably won't answer, to be honest. I seldom answer my phone. I also don't check email. So if you have my email, find some way to message me and let me know that you sent me an email so I go looking for it. Otherwise, I will not. All right, that's it. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, have an absolutely amazing day. Have fun with this process. We create the process to make it our own and make it fun so that growing and becoming a better version of ourselves becomes automatic. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.